Hi there. Welcome to today's webinar on Certified Electrical Safety Compliance Profession, CSCP, offered by National Fire Protection Association, United States of America. Uh, Today's webinar will be mostly focused on this certification, what this certification is and how you can achieve this certification, what is uh, the advantages of having this certification under your belt if you are an electrical engineer or if you look for an electrical safety program or you are a safety professional. So more focus of today's webinar will be on CSCP, and we will be discussing some other electrical safety related courses which can be helpful for you if you are not looking for the CSCP certification. So there are other options which we will be discussing today related to electrical safety trainings and and seminars which you can attend. So today webinar is presented on behalf of HACQ Professional. We are accredited from OSH Academy, NIPOSH, and IOSH, PCB, and we are also providing training courses for preparatory exams for NFPA as well. Moving forward, my name is Wasif. I'm CSCP certified electrical safety compliance professional from NFPA USA. I'm certified asset management assessor from WPI Australia, certified practitioner in asset management from Asset Management Council Australia. I do hold training certificates of lead auditor in domain of energy, quality and environment. Uh, my background is in electrical engineering, focused on electrical power system with a master's in energy management. And area of interest, I have electrical safety, asset management, maintenance, reliability, energy management, and process optimization. Uh, I have 10 plus years of experience in utility sectors in Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and United States. And I am also conducting various training programs on above topic. So moving forward, if you are an electrical engineer, maintenance manager, safety manager, risk manager, safety professional, safety consultants, and safety aspirants, or if you oversee electrical safety program or manage electrical engineers, maintenance engineers, contractors, electricians, and other persons exposed to electrical hazards, so this webinar is for you. You will going to get a good knowledge out of this webinar. So talking about the today's agenda, we will be discussing about the international courses and certification in domain of electrical safety. Then we will be focusing on CSCP. We will be introducing what CSCP is, what is the roadmap to CSCP, benefits and advantages of having CSCP, and how to crack a CSCP in first attempt. Finally, HACQ professional will how we can be your partner in your road to CSCP to make things easy, to make things streamlined for you if you are looking to get this well-known international credential under your belt. So topic number one, international certification in domain of electrical safety. So there are right now three certification program offered by NFPA in domain of electrical safety, which are Certified Electrical Safety Compliance Professional CSCP, Certified Electrical Safety Worker CSW, Certified Electrical Safety Technician CST. So NFPA electrical certification leave no question as to your skills, knowledge, and value to both projects and employers. CSCP is the only certification of its kind to document your proficiency in all aspects of NFPA. The NFPA CSCP certification program is designed to meet the need of electrical safety and professionals who oversee electrical safety program or who manages engineers, contractors, electricians, and other persons exposed to electrical hazards. This certification is based on NFPA 70E latest edition. Right now is 2018 and 2021 is on the corner. So whichever will be the latest edition, the certification program will be based on that. Similarly, CSW, Certified Electrical Safety Worker, this certification program is designed to meet the needs of electrician and other electrical professionals who perform hands-on electrical work and are therefore exposed to significant electrical hazards. Similarly, this certification is also based on NFPA CESCP 2018, but is more focused for electricians and other electrical professionals. While the CSW is the highest certification of its kind, and it is for those people who oversees electrical safety program in their industry and who are basically the leaders in health and safety. Third certification is CST, Certified Electrical Safety Technician certification. It is also based on NFPA 70E 2018. This certification program is developed by NFPA to provide awareness to those people who are not electricians but who are exposed to electrical hazard in the course of their job duties. Prime candidates are HVAC technicians, solar and wind generator installer, maintainers, facilities management, and maintenance personnel who work on or around dangerous electrical equipment. So they might be your team member who will be working with you uh, where there are electrical hazards present. So these people should be aware of what type of hazards are associated with their task. Uh, and how they can prevent themselves from being exposed to electrical hazards. Uh, Today, we will be more focusing on CSCP only. If you people are interested on CSW and CST, we will be conducting webinars on that as well. So today focus will be on Certified Electrical Safety Compliance Professional Certification Program. So what are the prerequisite of or entry requirement for the CSCP? Uh, for the CSCP, regardless of the job function, first is that you must hold a high school diploma or equivalent, and second requirement is you must have completed minimum 40 hours of electrical safety training from one or more of the following sources within last 3 years. So all the electrical safety training which you have acquired during the last 3 years can be put in your application to fulfill the prerequisite requirement. So from where you can get these trainings, you can get this training from NFPA 70 electrical safety workshop and seminars. It will going to count towards your 40 hours. You can take trainings from online medium. You can participate in electrical safety uh, webinar, in-house trainings, and trainings conducted uh, by the training providers. So there are plenty of options available from where you can complete your 40 hours of electrical safety training. Uh, Now the tip, you have to meet the table 1 requirement, which is 40 hours of electrical safety training requirement, which is the requirement which you have to meet if you want to apply for CSCP certification exam. For electricians, you should be a licensed electrician, and you should have a 4 years of verifiable experience within the electrical power system. And if you meet the requirement of table 1 and table 2, you are eligible for CSCP exam. If you are an electrical engineer, you have to meet the requirement of table 1, and then you have to show that you have either 4 years of working experience if you have an associated degree in electrical engineering, or if you have a bachelor degree or higher, then you have to show that you have 2 years of verifiable work experience in the electrical power systems, or you are a licensed registered professional engineer. Fourth table is for people who are not electricians or who are not electrical engineers, but who are safety professionals, like those who have a CSP under their belt, certified safety professional, NEBOSH under their belt, and uh, who are basically safety professionals. So if they have 3 years of verifiable work experience within the domain of electrical power system, and they are uh, safety profession, so they are eligible uh, for the CSCP certification. So on the right, there are some requirements of acceptable document which you can provide as an evidence to the NFPA while launching your application. So these are the prerequisite requirements. If I'm going to summarize that, you have to fulfill the requirements of table 1, which is mandatory for electrical engineers. For all candidates, you have to meet this requirement, and this requirement is that you have to have a minimum 40 hours of electrical safety training within the last 3 years. Then if you are an electrician, you should refer to table 2. If you are an electrical engineer, you have to refer table 3. And if you are non-electrician, electrical engineers and other candidates who are basically belongs to safety, who are safety profession, and they should refer to table number 4. So the program fees and payment to NFPA is 350 USD on initial program application. It is excluding any training fees which you will going to pay for any training providers, or you will pay for any online training or in-house training or on-site training. So the exam fees is 350 US dollar. In case if you did not pass your exam in your first attempt, so there is an option to resit for the exam, and you have to pay 300 US dollar for your resit. 150 US dollar to recertified at the end of 3 years certification program. So after every 3 years, this certification will require to be updated, to be recertified, and the recertification fees is $150. So in at the end of the 3 years, when you are launching your recertification application, you have to meet minimum 50 points for during your 3 years. You have to show that after attaining your CESCP, you have acquired 50 points during your last 3 years, and these 50 points can be get in a variety of ways. For example, if electrical safety training, classroom or online training, if you have attained, so points will be for one point per contact hour. Minimum point you can get 20, and maximum point you can get from by attending your classroom training and other training is 50. So you can provide this as a justification that you have kept your knowledge updated, and you have acquired a 50 hours of training during last 3 years, and you will pay $150 to recertify you. Other option is getting training of on National Electric Code. Maximum points allocated can be 16 hours. Attendance in electrical safety conferences, which can give you a maximum points of 40 hours, 40 points, 10 points. Instructing or lecturing by certification holder, it can give you maximum points of 40. Membership on NFPA 70 technical committee and publication by certification holders can give you maximum 30 points. And for other options, for other points claimed, you can reach to NFPA customer service directly with and they will guide you further if you have other options, and if you want to claim that you have attained points by conducting some seminars or by delivering some lectures for your employees and for your colleagues. So these could be provided as a justification, and it need to be sent to NFPA for evaluation. So what is the road to CESCP? This was my road to CESCP. I did multiple certifications, trainings, online, in-house, and it was a very long journey. It took me around 2 years, and it cost me a lot because there were many options. There were options available, and I have to pay for individual options to get those training, and it took me around 2 years, 2.5 years in this journey. So if you can see this, these are some of the certifications or the training which I attended, which during for the CESCP. The requirement was 40 hours, and I completed around 66.5 with some backup trainings in my list as well. So finally, what I got is this certification, Certified Electrical Safety Compliance Professional, and it is valid till 15th of December 2022. So why I did this? So if you are going for the CESCP, so you should have a clear goal and objective why you are going for this certification program. What are the benefits and advantages of having CESCP? As per LinkedIn, right now there are only 233 certified compliance professionals all around the globe. And if we add more 20-25% of the people who are not on the LinkedIn, so it will be less than 500 people who are currently certified electrical safety compliance professional from NFPA, United States. And uh, geographically, if we talk about the most of the CSCPs are right now in USA and Canada. There are only 2 or 3 in Saudi Arabia, and I know one in Oman, 2 in United States, UAE, sorry, United Arab Emirates, and very few in Jordan and other places. So you could be a trendsetter by having a CSCP under your belt, and it will give you an edge in this competitive market. We were going to talk about this. So what are the future career options available? So there are future career options available if you want to grow vertically within your organization, or if you want to go for some freelance opportunities. How the framework will be going to fit if you have a CSCP under your belt, and if you have an ISO 45000 lead auditor or lead implementer certification, and if you have some knowledge about electrical safety audits or implementation, uh, and some hands-on experience, this could combine and give you some additional opportunities. Like you could become an electrical safety advisor, you could become an electrical safety trainer and instructor, electrical safety auditor, and electrical safety consultant and implementer uh, in future, or also right now. So this is the framework which is in mind, and I did my CSP, and I'm moving in this direction. So I have become the electrical safety trainer and instructor, and I will be doing the ISO 45000 to be to to get into the domain of auditor and implementer as well. So what you will be doing after having your CSCP under your belt for your organization? So you will be a subject matter expert, and the one to whom people will turn about for the expert opinion when there will be some electrical hazards or some issues related to electrical safety. You will be involved in developing of electrical safety program, ESCP. You will be participating in benchmarking, establishing and implementing best practices in electrical safety domain. You will be creating awareness and will be influencing human behavioral changes. You will be conducting training and development of the person exposed to electrical hazards, and you will be auditing the implementation and the effectiveness of your electrical safety program. Topic 5 of today is how to crack your CSCP in the first attempt. Uh, the standard book which is allowed for the CSCP, which is a textbook and which is also allowed in exam, is NFPA 70 Standard for Electrical Safety in Workplace 2018, which is the current version. 2021 is on the is around the corner, which will be published soon. Um, this standard, the original standard, will be allowed in your exam. Uh, it's an because it's an open book exam. We will discuss about it. And this on the right, I have an NFPA 70 handbook for electrical safety in the workplace, which gives you more detail about the explanation and explanation about NFPA 70 standard. It basically decode it in more detail. So it's good to have both if you are new to electrical safety domain, or if you want to enhance your knowledge for the electrical safety. So it's these 2 books are recommended for you. How the structure of NFPA 70, it contains 3 chapters. Chapter 1 is related to safety related work practices, which is the backbone of this chapter. Chapter number 2 is related to safety related maintenance requirement. Chapter number 3 is safety requirement for special equipment. Then we have finally annexure, uh, informative annexure, which provide you additional information, knowledge on variety of the topics which are being or the variety of the points which are being covered uh, in chapter number 1, 2, and 3. So about the CSCP exam, it's an open book exam. Only NFPA 70 original standard book is allowed. The workbook is not allowed. Only the standard book is allowed in the exam center. It is a computer-based exam. You will be facing around 110 and 120 MCQs. The time allocated is 3 hours, and the passing mark is around 70% passing mark. So you will be booking your test with your test center, which will be located in your area. So it will be, and you have to be there for the exam. So it is a MCQs based. So not much writing is required in exam. So how the exam is structured, how the weighted criteria is there, and how it is structured. So it contains of 5 parts basically, but there are in exam there is no part 1, 2, 3, 4. All the questions are mixed basically, but the exam questions are weighted like they will going to test your knowledge about how you understand employer's responsibility. Around 15% of your questions will be from this part, in which they will going to test your knowledge about the electrical safety program implementations. What are the responsibility of employer? What is the responsibility of the employee? Uh, what are the audit requirements? Identify requirements for job briefing. Recognize requirement for host and contractor relations. So some questions will be there like which will be covering about 15% of the weightage, and it could be uh, a scenario based question, or it could be a straight question as well. Part two, which is weighted 20%, will going to test your understanding and related to electrical safety related work practices. So it is a very broad topic in which they will going to test your knowledge about how you identify and define terminologies related to electrical safety, identification of the requirement for qualified and unqualified person related to electrical equipment and systems. They will test your knowledge about recognition of potential electrical hazards and identify the emergency procedure for assisting victims of electrical incidents. The third part is identifying the requirements for establishing an electrical safety program condition. This part has a weightage of 20% approximately, in which they will be going to test your knowledge about and experience on identify requirements for de-energization according to employer program, recognizing that all possible source of electrical supply must be identified, and recognizing the requirements of visually verify the isolation where possible, identify the employer's document and establish policy to apply logout and tagout, identify the steps for verifying of the absence of voltage, recognizing the requirements for temporary protective grounding, and identify the components and elements of logout tagout programs and procedures. The part four, which is the biggest of all, and it has a weightage of 35%, it will cover your identification of the precautionary techniques for working while energized equipments or energized system. So what are the hazards involved in this, and how you will going to uh, select your personal protective equipments. Job planning will be there. Arc flash boundary, how to define your approach boundaries. So it's a backbone of CSCP exam. The part five will test your knowledge about documentation. What are the different documentation and how they and what are the requirements of those documentation. So this will make your complete exam the, the total 5 parts, which will be testing your knowledge. And again, It is MCQ based exam. Uh, how HSCQ professional can be your partner in the road to CSCP? We have developed multiple training programs. Um, those who are looking for enhancing their knowledge in electrical safety domain, or those who want to go for the CSCP exam. Those who are electrical engineers, who are technicians, and who are basically safety professionals. We have developed a 10 hours of training with a title Electrical Safety for Engineers and Supervisors, which is accredited from OSHA Academy for those who want to broaden their knowledge in electrical safety. Then we have developed another course and training program for those who want to be specific, who want to have a specific knowledge about arc flash, risk assessment, control, and safety, which is another growing topic in domain of electrical hazards. Mostly the electrical hazards, people perceive that there is only a shock hazard, but there are other hazards associated with electricity, which is like arc flash and arc flash. So we have developed a focus course on that as well. Uh, then we have developed another course which is accredited from OSHA Academy Electrical Safety Program, Establishment, Implementation, and Audits, which will be in compliance with the NFPA CESCP requirements. And finally, there is one major course with a title of Electrical Safety Specialist, Roadmap to CSCP. It is also accredited from OSHA Academy, and it fulfills the requirements of your 40 hours. So this course is developed for the 40 hours. It is accredited from OSHA Academy. We are authorized to provide this training from the platform of HSCQ Professional as an authorized training provider of OSHA Academy. And this training electrical safety specialist course is designed based on NFPA 2018 approach. It will fulfill your requirement either if you are going for your CSCP certification, CSW, CSCP. So it will cover all three preparatory uh, uh, from the perspective of making you ready for going for any of these certifications which you are looking to get. And it is also recognized by NFPA. So this is certificate which you will be getting after your training with the HSCQ professional on electrical safety specialist training. And if you want to go further, you can send this certificate to NFPA, and it will going to fulfill your requirements of having 40 hours of electrical safety in last 3 years, which will meet the requirement of table 1 combined with the requirement of table 2, 3, or 4, which is applicable to you, and then you can go for the exam uh, for the CSCP. So what we will be discussing in this course for the 40 hours, we will be discussing the modules are designed to help you identify electrical safety hazards in your workplace and to reduce or eliminate those hazards or which to your employees will be exposed to. It will provide you a thorough knowledge of recommended best safe behavior of those who work around electrical hazards. The attendees will gain an understanding of the latest guidelines and the regulation of NFPA 17, NEC National Electric Code, IEEE 1584, and OSHA. Electrical workers and safety professionals will learn key practical information, the best practices in electrical safety, and how to apply in real world situations. This course is ideally designed to enhance you and broaden your knowledge in domain of electrical safety. And for those who want to go a step further uh, for the CSCP, this course will provide you information and will help you in preparing for your CSCP, CSW, and CSCP exam, and you will be confident after completing this training 40 hours, then you can directly go for the exam. So some of the learning objectives are you will be able to identify various electrical hazards in your workplace, including shock, arc flash, and arc blast. Learn about the safe work practices, working on near energized equipment, You will learn how to create an electrical safe work condition, requirement for energized work and energized work permit, how to perform table-based risk assessment unit using NFPA 70E, different type of approach boundaries, then limited approach boundary for unqualified employee and public, restricted approach boundary for qualified employees, hard flash boundary for qualified employees working on the live system, and finally how to choose your personal protective equipment based on NFPA 70E cables. Who should go for the CSCP and other electrical safety courses which we are offering. It is for designed for electrical engineers and managers, electrical technicians and supervisors, safety leaders, risk management, those ASP certified, CSP certified, NIBOS certified, ISO lead auditors. This is the highest level of certification or training program which is right now available around the globe, and it contains a very rich information about electrical hazard, which your technicians and your engineers and yours, and if you are an electrical engineer or manager, then you are exposed to in your daily task. Meet our clients. We did our first CSCP batch last month in the month of May, which was attended from professionals around the globe, uh, mostly from Saudi Arabia and Pakistan. Uh, we can provide you this reference, what our clients are saying about this training program which we conducted last month. Some are HSCQ manager, some are senior planning and operation engineer, uh, some are deputy manager in the field of health and safety. One of our client was electrical engineer in ELV system, extra low voltage system, who attended from Saudi Arabia. Uh, Another client was a project engineer who is Saudi Arabia based, and some people attended from the telecom industry, who is working as a consultant in Saudi Arabia. Another client who is a senior electrical engineer currently working in Saudi Arabia, and one of our candidates from Pakistan who is the manager electrical and automation. So if you want to have more information and more knowledge, you can reach us through various means. You can email us for further information on info@hscqprofessionals.net, or you can send us WhatsApp or call. You can give us a call on our Saudi Arabian number, and you can also reach us on our LinkedIn page, on our Facebook page. You can also search for us on YouTube for latest videos which are available on different topics. So hope to see you. If you have any questions regarding this electrical safety trainings or certification program, we welcome you and your questions in future. Thanks a lot. I thank you all for listening this webinar, and see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.